Hi, World History. Welcome to Unit 2 Summative Directions and the Big List of Egyptian Pharaohs. So this is for your Unit 2 Summative. I'll show you the template in just a minute. So directions, step 1, below is a list of pharaohs from ancient Egypt. You're going to pick any pharaoh on the list to do for your Unit 2 Summative. The only exceptions are Akhenaten and Tutankhamun because I've already talked about those in previous lessons. Some pharaohs have a ton of information on them. Some pharaohs, historians really just only know their name. You're going to pick a pharaoh that will give you enough information to complete the slideshow. If you're having trouble finding resources and information about a pharaoh, let me know. I will help you. Step 2, you're going to open up your Unit 2 Summative template on Schoology. On each of the slides, there will be a speaker notes located on the bottom of each slide. You're going to expand the speaker notes box from the bottom, and you will see that I have included what questions and prompts you need to answer for each individual slide. So let's take a look at that slideshow real quick. So here is your Unit 2 Summative template. So on the first slide, pretty easy. You just got to put the name of your pharaoh, and then you just got to put your name on it. Yeah, that's an easy 1 point. All right, so you're probably like, wait a minute, slides 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 don't have anything written on them. What do I put? Yes, this is what you need to do. Go to the bottom of your page. There's that little line on the bottom. You're going to click on that and drag it up. That is what is going to be the requirements for this slide. So on slide 2, you need to include a picture of art / a statue of your pharaoh. What years did he or she rule? That may vary depending on what source you use, so just make sure you read that carefully. What dynasty was he or she from? Who was the pharaoh before him or her? Who was the pharaoh after him or her? Was he or she married to whom? More than one spouse? How many children? For slide number 3, you're going to answer this question. What was foreign relations like between your pharaoh and other countries, kingdoms, or cities? Example of ancient places include Nubia, Kush, Israel, Lebanon, Assyria, Babylonia, Levant, Anatolia, Byblos, Hittites, Palestine, Jericho, Syria, Libya, Sumer, Cyprus, and much more. And then answer one of these following questions. Were there any wars? Were there political marriages? Were there invasions or annexations? What kind of trade was done among these places? For slide number 4, you need to answer at least 2 of the following. What kind of monuments were built for this pharaoh, like obelisks, pyramids, temples, etc.? Where was this pharaoh buried or believed to be buried? Not all pharaohs' bodies have been found. So does an archaeologist maybe have a guess of where it might be if they haven't found the body yet? Are there any inscriptions, poems, letters, or other written work about this pharaoh? Slide 5. Place 3 or more examples of artworks of your pharaoh. So examples of artwork could be statues, jewelry, reliefs. Reliefs are those etchings and paintings made onto walls. Make sure you put a caption of where you found these pictures off the internet and a small description of the artwork. And then answer at least 2 of the following. How is this pharaoh known today? What museums have this pharaoh's artwork, monuments, or inscriptions today? Can you go visit his or her tomb? Is there a mummy you can visit? Is your pharaoh a part of a large tourist destination in Egypt? Are there any books written about this pharaoh? And are there any historians famous for researching such pharaoh? And then finally down here, we have the works cited. Now, like I hinted before, for this summative, I will let you use Perplexity AI. So I will teach you how to use Perplexity AI in just a little bit. And if you use Perplexity AI, all you need to do is copy the link to your Perplexity AI thread here at this slide. If you did not use Perplexity AI or any AI, remember the only AI you can use for this is Perplexity. If you just did it like the old-fashioned way of just Googling stuff, that is A-okay too. You just need to put in the MLA citations of the websites that you got the information from. All right, let's go back to the directions. Step 3, you're going to research your pharaoh and collect information about your pharaoh that will help you answer the questions on each slide. You may use Perplexity AI as a source for your research for this project. But remember, look for credible sources, kind of like what we talked about with CRAP. And Wikipedia is okay to use for this project, by the way. And if you need help looking for credible sources, you can also check out this list here. If you use Perplexity AI, you must put the link to your Perplexity AI search in your works cited slide, like I just showed you in slide 7. And again, Perplexity AI is completely optional. You can also just do the old-fashioned Googling way. If you do not use AI and do research on your own, you must put your sources in the works cited slide, which is slide 7, again, in MLA format. Step 4 is to fill out the slideshow template by answering the questions using the information you have gathered. Make sure that there is at least one picture per slide pertaining to your pharaoh. Also, make sure you include the website you got the pictures from. If you want an easy way to link the website to the picture, you can watch my little tutorial picture or video there. And then step 5, once you're done filling out your slideshow, double check that you answered all the questions and prompts. It happens more than you think about students just missing like a whole slide or something like that. And then step 6 is just to submit it back into Schoology. Here's a link to the rubric. If you have any questions or if you need help, please let us know. We're here to help you. That's literally our job. Another good thing to note is there may be more than one way to spell an Egyptian name. So I may have spelled it one way, but Britannica might have it spelled another way. So just be aware of that. And also note that here is the giant list of pharaohs. Any pharaoh that I put into green text are going to be pharaohs with lots of information about them. So they're way easier to do research on. So as you can see here, here's this giant list of pharaohs. So you can choose any pharaoh from this list. Look at that. There's a ton of them. Remember, the ones in green have more information about them. So, alrighty. If you have any questions, please let us know. We are more than happy to help you out. I also will link this as an example of one that I did of Amenhotep IV or Akhenaten. So if you're a visual learner like I am and you need an example, please take a look at my example. Hopefully that will help you out too. All right. Again, let us know if you have questions. Thanks for watching. Bye.